Welcome to FANatics. This time we are at Forest City Comicon, but I start today off in the most amazing way, Optimus Prime. About what you brought here today.
So what you're looking at is the world's first replica of Optimus Prime from Transformers 4. The first time a fan has actually taken the time, spent the money, and put the effort in to making a replica to bring out to the fans.
And you built it?
I did. Well, I had a team of about 20 people. My capabilities are somewhat limited, but there was a whole group of people that helped us all the way from New Jersey to Pennsylvania and across the North America, really. And it took us a very long time to do, 4 months' time. Isn't that long, but when you factor in that it took us every single day, 20 to 30 hours straight with no breaks, it was quite an undertaking.
Why?
A lot of reasons why. Obviously a big fan of Transformers, a little bit, but I guess the ultimate reason is to inspire my son. I tell everybody this, my son is 8, and I wanted to take something that was an impossible dream scenario, something that was just so far-fetched, never going to happen, see if I could do it. And my goal in doing that is my hope, one day that he'll look back at this truck and say, hey, my dad built Optimus Prime. I can do anything I want in life. It's to inspire him to never be afraid to pursue his dreams.
And we just saw some kids who went in. They love it.
Absolutely. And it's not just the kids, too. It's the adults. The adults embrace the inner child. They sit inside, and it's like they're instantly a kid again. They forget about all their troubles that's going on, even for a few minutes. And if I can make that happen for them, I'm happy to do it.
How many people ask you if it actually transforms?
Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how many people ask that question. The answer is no, it does not transform. I always tell them, think about that question just for 10 seconds and you'll know the answer. Because it is a drivable truck. It does have the engine, the transmission. I want to take this thing on the road, and I'm proud to say that I'm actually the only one that actually drives Optimus Prime on the road. The other 2 trucks they use in the movie are typically towed on the back of a trailer, and they do drive them, but not 2,000 miles cross country. So if I could do that and have fans on the highway see Optimus Prime and bring those smiles to them, again, I'm happy to do it.
Did you just go into Optimus Prime?
Yes.
How was it?
Good. Well, it's just awesome.
What did it look like inside there?
It looked like a truck. Well, it is a truck.
Well, what's the truck's name?
Optimus Prime. We got to see the actual Optimus Prime, which is awesome. Well, it was just really cool. I'm not a big fan of Transformers like my brother is, but it's still really cool to see this replica.
What is it that you're selling here today?
So we do dog accessories, mainly collars, but we do leashes, dog towels, bandanas, catnip bags for the cats, basically just pet accessories.
For the nerdy pet, though.
Of course, you have to live vicariously through your pets, so what better way than to get them a designated collar?
How did you come up with this idea?
I'm a nerd, and I couldn't find anything that would fit on my dogs properly or that would really reflect what I wanted, specifically the Punisher, so we just started doing this on our own.
You come to quite a few cons.
I do. Being a nerd, I do love cons. Doesn't matter. We travel all over, mainly in Ontario, but it's the happiest place on earth.
Where can people find more information?
Well, specifically, we're called Barkenstein Designs. So you can look online at barkensteindesigns.com, and we're also in a couple stores as well.
What is it that you're selling here today?
Hey, we've got a whole range of stuff. So most of the things we do are these customized boxes where we upcycle boxes that we find at places like Value Village and other thrift stores. And then basically we cut apart some comics and we decoupage them to come up with some collages. As you can see, a lot of the other stuff is a very similar process, but normally involving either bottle caps with resin over there, or there's some earrings over here. The other new line is the dice boxes we have, which we line with the felt, and they come with the image of a D20 on the top, and then matching colored dice also within the box. It's actually my partner Mel that does most of the actual production. Mel's a DM, so I think she was trying to find a way to stop all the dice clattering on the floor and making a racket. So anything out of the dice boxes are 1, and the players just need to deal with that. And so that's where a lot of it comes from, and it's just kind of a love of the comic books and finding something that like when you get a lot of the comics, you can get kind of very standard comic storage, but there's not really anything that you're kind of happy to leave out for other people to see. You can have the bankers boxes, which kind of look a little odd when you've got them all around the house. So we thought just a way to kind of showcase these items in a much nicer setting would be appreciated by fans. So we can do custom work and anything like that, and they can just contact us directly.
Tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today.
My wife and I got the idea a few years ago to kind of cash in on our geekiness. We started with coasters and magnets. We kind of grew out from there. Using our combined craftiness, we figured out how to make coasters with, comic book pictures actually waterproof and heat-proof, so that they're really cool and useful. And then she used her skills on the scroll saw to cut out wooden magnets so that everyone can enjoy their favorite hobby, because you don't find this merchandise. You don't go to the store and see a Portal companion cube. You have to come to a con, and that's what we're for.
So do you have to have like a large inventory, or do you take special orders?
Everything is handmade, so we do special orders, but we like to have a large inventory because a lot of people are going to come up and see what they like, and I don't want to disappoint people.
And for people to get more information, where can they find you?
We have a Facebook page at facebook.com/thegeekery42, but we also have an Etsy shop. Our email address is thegeekery42@gmail.com.
So what is it that you're doing here today?
Actually, we're tabling at the Forest City Comicon. It's our first time tabling, actually. We were here as attendees, enjoying the convention last year, got inspired, and we started out cosplaying, which you're doing today, which looks amazing. And we sort of became a bit of a competition between whose cosplay is the best in different mediums and different art sources to try to figure out what we can do. And then people took attention to it, really enjoyed it, liked our products. So we started a little small business this March of this year. We're on Etsy as our main platform. We do all of our sales through there. And it's been really nice just like approaching people today, getting feedback, and people like what they see so far. So these are masks. All the masks are hand sculpted by Wade. He's an artist for Wake Effects, which is our little company that we started. And so the process is have a facial bust. We take clay, sculpt the product that we want. We do a silicone mold with a hard shell. Take that off. We pour a polyester resin with some liquid hardener in. So the masks that we make are very durable. They're solid. They're a little bit pliable. They're easy to wear. Everything is sort of foam padded, so you have that nice texture. Very comfortable. So we started out cosplaying, so we wanted to make sure the fit was good. And they've been getting a lot of attention today, which is really nice.
Who are these little guys down here?
These guys are our poros. If you play the game League of Legends online, we're in love with it. We play it all the time. Well, we love it, but if you play it, if you're part of the community, you know there's a lot of rage involved. It's super serious. But yeah, these are poros. They're little adorable goat people. And they're sort of just a side character. There's a map on the game that you can play. It's ARAM. They're a play style for it, but we love them. Each one's a little bit different. All the horns, the tongues, and the hooves are all hand sculpted. They're out of polymer clay. We paint them ourselves. We sew these ourselves. They're hypoallergenic material.
Where can they find you online?
Online, we're on Etsy.com is what we use right now, and it's Wake Effects.
Who are you today?
I am Toothless, the Night Fury from How to Train Your Dragon.
Did you make your costume?
I did, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about how?
Well, it came from a random idea. I really like How to Train Your Dragon, so I decided, how am I going to put this together and make it come to life as best as possible? So I figured I would start with a jumpsuit, basically, so a black jumpsuit, and then just added pieces on top. Little quilt bedding inside the actual paws here, and each claw was made with the same material. So the same jumpsuit was made and quilt bedding inside to give it a nice plushy feel. Actually, you won't be able to tell, but this is a hidden feature. All of these spots are actually glow in the dark, so therefore they're painted on with a glow in the dark paint in order to do that as well. So to make the whole costume took me approximately 3 months, on and off, couple hours each day. If not, a week would go by, and then I'd sit down for 5 or 6 hours and work on it.
you are today?
I am the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, but I did my own variation of a steampunk version.
How did you come up with such an amazing idea?
Well, I've always loved Alice in Wonderland, the classic Alice in Wonderland, but I also love Tim Burton. So I decided, and I also love steampunk, and I'm like, hey, what if I combined all of those and made my own version of it? Everything is either sewed or it is altered, but most of it is sewed.
People are stopping you for your picture, aren't they?
Very much so.
And what do you feel about that?
I'm very happy about it. If I can make other people smile, then it makes my day a lot better. So it makes me feel like I did my job.
No. Stop following me. Okay, I'll get it. Oh God, they're gonna get scared. I know what happens when they get. May I get in the picture with you guys?
Yep. Human.
Oh my God. I was. I can't. Ring. Come on. Ring.
Hello.
I'm absolutely horrified by these things as a kid.
Chicken.
It's like, no, stop talking. Get it out of here.
Nope.
Was that a yes?
You don't have to. You can let him eat you. That's up to you.
If I go in, is he gonna taste it or something?
Find out.
Well, I don't mind. Hold on. Wait a minute.
No, that's all you.
I can't hit him in the head. No. Okay, get him. No. Away.
Still moving. There you go.
Yo, 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 yo.
Oh, yeah. One just to be safe. There we go. Looks like he did it all. All right, you're by yourself. Let's go for the head. The head. There we go. There, brains everywhere. All right.
What is it that you like most about coming to the conventions?
I get to meet people and talk to them and find out what's really going on in the world. Because I go to bed at like 6:30, like after the news. No, not really, but I don't get out and around, and I want to know what's going on with how people feel and how they're doing, and I appreciate that they come out because I have tons of gratitude about it.
Well, people love everything that you do, it seems.
I'm very lucky, and I'm not on camera much, you know. All I got is this, so take a good look.
Do you have a favorite character that you voice?
I would love to tell you that I had a favorite, but I value equally all of them because I put 1,000% into them. I mean, I put lots of thought and consideration and deliberation into everything I ever did.
Well, how did you get into this?
I was a freak. I've been doing this kind of stuff since I was 3. You know, just running around Touretting out noises and voices, and everybody around me was like, "Can you not do that? Can you stop it? Don't play the piano." You know, I was bursting to express myself, and nobody got it. And so I had to suffer through, like, being that kid and, you know, annoying. But then, you know, it's just like I did things to keep myself amused. There wasn't a whole lot back then. I grew up in the 50s initially, and there was only like 2.5 channels back then. You know, and TV went off at 11 o'clock at night, so I used to lie there and I used to try to remember everything I saw and heard and just keep going over it, and, you know, something that moved me or that I loved. And I would go to school and I'd say, "Hey, did you see that show last night?" "No, I didn't." "Let me show you." You know, and I would remember lines and I would do all the parts in it. That's how you wind up doing this. Yeah.
So So in animation, for people who don't know, does the voice come first or does the actual animation come first?
Oh, no. The drawing comes first. They show you and they ask you what you think about it. They also provide you with enough information on that character for you to make some kind of a call to know you're in the right ballpark. And I go with my guts mostly, but sometimes, you know, you can't do that because it's done by committee. Everybody has to be into what you offer. And the thing is being entrusted to interpret a character that was created by like Matt Groening and David X. Cohen and all those guys, I take that dead serious. Yeah, and I want to do accordingly. I just want to keep putting out good stuff without hitting the wall. Yeah?
No, I hear every character as you speak.
I hear turning 100 makes it easier for to hit the wall.
Are you able to do a few voices for us? I don't know what the logistics are.
Shut up and take my money. Dear Diary, today I met a girl named Patty Mayonnaise.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Young lady, bring me a sandwich from the dumpster and leave the maggots on it. Careful, let them in. I made it with a woman.
Oh, look, it's
The birdie gird, the camera, the turkey, the turkey, the turkey. The bird, the turkey, the turkey.